Alright, I'm back with another video. Today's body weight is, as you see, half a kilo heavier than yesterday. I was thinking of trying to PR in a 1 rep max, doing this overhead press. I started with a bar, 20 reps, just to warm up. Here we are looking at 40 kilos for, I believe, 8 or how many was that? Then we move on to 50, gradually increasing that weight to prepare myself for the one. Not sure how many was here. I was experimenting with the width of my grip. This is how I did it recently. This is 60 kilos for 3. Now I see how crooked it looks. The left arm is doing less work, obviously. Right arm is my stronger arm. Now this is a 65 attempt. My left shoulder completely collapsed, like there was no way. Then I narrowed the grip just a bit and did the 62.5 kilos for 1. Then I got back to 65 with the same grip, and I managed to do the 65. So yeah. Then I tried to do 67.5. I thought I figured it out, that I will do it within the narrow grip. Felt stronger. Failed the first attempt, then I proceeded to fail 2 more times, changing the grip every time. This is even more narrow, and then I was like, fuck it, maybe go really wide. And yeah, that was the weakest point. I was so weak at doing that wide. So establishing the 1 rep max, which was 65, I then lowered the weight to 50 to pump some volume in. I heard somewhere, I believe Pavel Tsatsouline was talking about how for the overhead press to progress, because it's such a hard exercise to progress on, you need to do a lot of volume, and I think you should also do it more frequently. So that would be my approach moving forward, because this is the hardest lift for me and the progress is really slow. This is a second set of 50 for 6 reps, and then I did another one for also 6. The first one was for 8, but I guess the 1 rep max took its toll. So then I was like, okay, let's test my 1 arm chin up today. I'm doing a few of the explosive pull-ups for the warm-up. Yeah, I did like 6, and then I was feeling like not really feeling the 1 arm chin up today, but tried it anyways. And yeah, this bar, this grip, it's so weird for me because it goes a bit upwards, the part where I put my hand, and it always gets me spinning. So I lose my position, my strongest position. I start moving away from the bar, and as you know, the further your arm is from your body, it's harder to pull. Tried the left arm. Left arm was always weaker. Only recently I did it on the left, while months before I did it on the right. But there was no chance for the left today, so I just figured do some negatives. And then I was like, okay, let's try this other bar, because the other makes me spin, but this bar has it's so slippery, the grip is so awful, you can see by me setting up. So yeah, when the grip is not the best, I have no chance doing the one arm chin up. I guess I should work on my grip. So I proceeded to do more negatives, and for some reason negatives and the top position hold is a lot easier for me on the left arm than on the right. The right arm is better to do the first part of the pull-up, the concentric part, and the left is just stronger in every other. So I'm not sure why that is. Maybe it is because several years ago I injured my right shoulder. I believe I had some kind of tendonitis or whatever. So I had to switch the bar because the gym was getting crowded and I didn't want to cool down waiting on my turn. I was thinking like doing holds at the top, but as you can see, the right collapsed immediately. The left was doing fine and I didn't even proceeded in the negative. After that I did some archer pull-ups. Could not film those because people were getting in the way, and here we go with the incline bench press. This is like fourth time in my life I'm doing these. I usually do normal bench press, but it was taken and I didn't want to wait, so I did this 40 for 12 to warm up, and then we got 60 here for 8. This just feels so weird to me. It's like the bar is going all over the place. I don't know. It's like I don't know what to do. The movement is just not trained enough. My nervous system is not prepared, so it's like I'm learning this movement. So I did the 60 kilos for 8 here, then I did it for 6 and then for 5. Every time they felt really hard. I don't know what it is, why the incline is so much harder than the flat one. I mean, obviously you have to use more shoulders. The flat one I PR'd recently, the 120 kilos, and I could do 60 kilos for, I don't know, like probably 20 plus reps. But here it's like 8, 6 and 5. So yeah. And this one, I think this one is almost Snap City, like it was scary. The last part I couldn't press it like at all, so I had to pin it on the lower ones. Then I was like, okay, let's do some front lever work. Front lever is a challenge that I would like to achieve. Right now, maybe you're seeing the pattern in my training. Currently, the program is to do legs one day, upper body the other day, legs again, upper body again, and then 3 days in a row parkour. So on the upper body day I do vertical pulling, vertical pushing, horizontal pulling, horizontal pushing, and then some accessory work. These are the front lever pulleys. But then I remembered, like, okay, why am I doing this? Because the front lever negatives are actually a better exercise. And I had to switch again to another place because the people were swarming in. And this is a different grip, so it felt a lot weirder. And I believe this it's not a machine. What do you call this? These bars are, I don't think it's the most symmetrical. it just feels weird. I guess the grip and the handles. I never really practiced natural grip for the front leva, and the handles are also for some reason pointed upwards. Then I was thinking like, okay, I'm having this issue with my right shoulder, and what can I do? And intuitively, I think the back the rear deltoid, is not as strong as the other parts of my shoulder. So I thought like I will do some lateral raises, but with the pinky pointed up. So I worked the whole rotator cuff and especially the rear delt. This is just a different angle, same exercise. I believe this is 4 kilos. It was first for 14, then for 10. Just shows how weak I am in this movement. But from now on, I'm probably gonna do these every time until I get them on par to the other parts of the body. Then I did the last set bent over, because it's not something that I do all the time, so I'm experimenting. I'm trying to find out what works the best for me. And I believe the bent over version it works me a bit better. But we'll see moving on. And then the last exercise was the face pull. This is the first time I'm doing it on this machine. From the top like this felt very weird, and I was just battling to not fall backwards and to not rely too much on the gravity. So this was also pretty challenging for my core. And yeah, I did the 3 sets of these. First did 15 for 21, then I did 20 for 21, and the last set was also 20 kilos for 21 reps. These feel weird. I'm probably gonna stop doing those and do something else. Yeah, that's it for today. See you in another one.